Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Chobo Weekly number 5. Joining me, as always, is the magnificent, the spectacular Polar.
Oh, too kind. Hey, and this week we have a very, very special guest who I would like to introduce personally because you guys may know him as the person I constantly don't believe in, but constantly proves me wrong. It is GNR's Cool. How you doing, Cool?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
No problem, man. We are happy to have you on, considering we want to give you a voice because of all the weeks I've been cruel to you. But
Oh, stop.
Get out.
fair. So, Cruel, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you find? Actually, let's start with how did you find out about StarCraft 2?
StarCraft 2. I've always played video games with my brothers, and I always followed what they played since they're my older brothers. And one day I saw my brother playing StarCraft and started to try it out. And I was a little dumb kid, didn't know what to do, so I took all my workers and rushed people, and it was great.
That's actually funny. I am the second youngest in a group of five, and my older brother's much older than me, and I have two older sisters, and we all used to play StarCraft together. And my oldest brother was the meanest person in this entire goddamn earth because we would get into a free for all. He would ally each one of us secretly, and then they would all kill me first because I was the worst, and then one of my older sisters, the other's older sister, and then he would kill who's ever left. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How'd you find out about GNR?
Um, Originally I found about CTL on Reddit. I was just trolling through and I saw probably TB Ham's post about it and decided to join up with the friends and just was going through the ropes and people were describing it and GNR was the first one to ask me and got my friend in and we were like, yeah, this is so cool and it's like, yeah, that's how I'm here today.
Is that friend still around, or are you the last surviving?
No, he quit after like a season and went to do like music or something. I don't know.
Ah,
No
Yeah,
passion.
no passion.
I know.
Yeah.
Why do you play Zerg?
Cause they're OP race, dude. Obviously, come on. And
Did you
also, I
always
like to
play
just
Zerg?
yeah. No, no, that's not true. I think I switched at like the either the end of Wings of Liberty or the beginning of HOTS. Uh, my friend and I used to play a lot of like co-op versus AI because we were too bad for online. So, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to try this. It looks disgusting." And then just kept building the same Roach Hydra, and it was great. And then I kept winning against easy AI, so I thought I was good, obviously, and stuck with it.
Nice. Yeah, I love hearing the stories of just people just sticking with it, and now they're better than Polar at the very least. So
True, true.
I mean, I
So
try.
let's talk about that. What are your thoughts on me constantly doubting you week after week? What I want to know, because this will give me
Okay.
some vindication. Did that ever drive you to do better?
Sadly, no. I mean, I wish
Dang
I could say, I wish I could say, yeah, it made me be the person I am today, and it's been great. No,
it.
but like, no, I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to it. I watched the weekly and laughed a bit and was like, okay, whatever. I don't know. But then I went into my matches and were like, okay, gotta focus. In the back of my mind, I heard Polar. I was like, oh yeah, he sucks. No, no, that would never happen.
Did you ever get like really annoyed at me?
At some points, I was like, whoa, whoa, Polar, what's going on? I don't remember doing this. And then, but then I'd be like, okay, whatever, never mind. I guess it doesn't matter.
I will say you definitely proved me wrong. Like looking at your CSO record. Well, actually, you lost 2-1 to Puddle? What happened there?
Oh, I don't, oh, okay. So I was not good. I was tired from like a track meet that day, I think, and that was my only excuse. But then I just played badly, and he ended up like pushing me on one point when I thought he was just gonna macro in a game, ZVZ, and it just fell apart.
I mean, you came back after that, came second group, beat Beowulf 3-1, which, of course, as everyone knows, I think was an upset. That's pretty good. 3-1 against Beowulf. I casted with Beowulf yesterday about Peaceless and Chimera, but we'll talk about that later. But he still thinks that he's definitely like top 2 Zergs in this league. So, how do you feel about beating Bayo?
I don't know. It wasn't really a surprise to me. I went in not really thinking he was that like crazy good, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play my standard game and hopefully it works. And obviously, as all GNR knows me as the 14-14 king, so busted that at least like 3 times in the match. It worked. It was great.
And man, you only need to win 3 times, so it's a good
Yeah.
amount.
I think Zergs in particular are very bad, or I wouldn't say bad because a lot of times it's true. They're very self-confident. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'm the top 2 Zerg. I'm like one of the like best Zergs here," and then they'll just get trashed, and they're like, "Mind games, come on."
ZVZ.
Coin toss, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
rock
sure
paper
why.
scissors, whatever. Uh,
Yeah,
and
sometimes that's
yeah,
how it feels on ladder some days, and then other days you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm like the best in the world right now because I haven't lost for a couple games.
My injects were on point. Perfect. Call me Sue.
and so the next topic we will be getting into, since we did miss a week last week due to various shenanigans, we will be going into CTL Week 7 results. This is not the most recent week. The first result we have is All Inspiration losing to Unrivaled 2-5, which I don't think was very unexpected. CT6 losing 2-5 to Born Gosu. What are your thoughts on that one? Was that one upset, or is that pretty much what it was expected? Polar.
Um, I want to say an upset, to be completely honest, but I think I'm wrong. I think I'm dead wrong. I think Born Gosu has been consistently a strong team. I think they had a really tough early season, but I don't know. That's hard to say. I'm definitely impressed that they won 5-2. I would expect that to go at least 4-3. If I was to predict, which I'm usually wrong, but I would have predicted CT6 going 4-3 against Born Gosu. But they kind of took it pretty handily. CT6 did give up one walkover, which is, I don't know, things happen. But yeah, Mashu taking the ace match 2-1. I'm pretty sure he hasn't lost an ace match that he's been put into because he spanked me too. And so, Jeff Mashu.
Yeah, definitely good player. That Mashu. Next results. This one is, I think, like it's huge. Like Sloth losing 3-4 against Guns and Roaches. That's crazy. Like, what was going through GNR's head whenever like that final match came in? Cool.
Oh, we were all nervous. I remember it was Amnesia, right? Amnesia was doing his best of three, and we were hosting a clan war against someone else, and so Travis and I were just finishing up like with that, and we were just getting back, and then he's just like, okay, I'm gonna start my match, guys, and we were like, oh no, and so we couldn't watch, so we just started what we like to call status watching, and we were watching him in the game, and it said, I'm busy in game in like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes. The first game went up to like 14 minutes or something, and then he came out, it's like, I won! And then Travis and I were in Discord, and we were like, yes! Just the whole time was intense for that whole 3 games.
Oh man.
I also want to bring up Uncommon does his Into the Forge kind of series, and he's been doing it about his CTL match lately, and that was his first CTL win. So shout out to Uncommon. Good job, man.
Yeah, I really love watching those videos. Props to him.
Yeah, he's been
Dude,
improving a lot.
there's so much fun, and it's so much like he had a moment of honesty. What I love is after he won that match, he got like really psyched up, but then he immediately brought himself back down because I feel like he was like, "Oh shoot, I'm recording. Like I don't want to make like my opponent feel bad. I don't want to seem like I'm so cocky." But it's always great to see those like moments where he's just like, "Dude, I did a build," and it was a very clean win. Like he executed his build, he got ahead, and then he just kind of rolled. I don't want to say rolled, but he He did what he had to do, came out with a win, and he was just super happy with himself. And it was really, really nice to see that. So good job, Uncommon. I'm rooting for you, man. And cool,
Yeah.
you won too. What happened in that match? What happened
Um,
in that ZVZ on Central Protocol? God, that's the
Oh,
last
I
thing I would
remember
ever
that.
want to do.
It was I actually didn't expect it. It was a diamond match, and apparently we had both gotten masters like very recently. And so I was like, ooh. And then once I noticed that he was masters, it kind of got a little bit nervous, because thought I was gonna be playing a diamond player, and we got in. I just 14-14 as hard as I could the first thing, and I think I took down his natural, got in, but he pushed me back, and I took my natural, and it was back and forth for a long time, and there was some nasty baneling hits. I remember one of my banelings connected with 23 lings.
Oh my
That
god.
was one hit, and I think that was the biggest one, but he got some good like two or three like 12 or 13 lings with one baneling, and it was disgusting for like 5 or 6 minutes just going back and forth with ling bane, but eventually I kind of got him back so he didn't have very much and got him in a corner and finally pushed through, but it was definitely close.
Yeah.
Two things. I probably would have predicted you to lose that match, A. But B is that everybody can watch these replays. All replays are uploaded onto the Chobo teammate. It's a great way to scout your opponent, and it's also a great way to it's a great way to scout your opponent. It's also a good way to just watch games that you want to see. I know there's games every week that are just going to be really, really good. Sometimes you have CSL matches in the CTL, so just a reminder to hit those up if you want to. And if you want to cast, that's where you get all the replays.
Yeah. Like, I really want to see more people casting. I realize I'm part of the problem in not casting, but
Whoops.
like the more like I think it'd be really cool to have just like a community of people that like cast like 1 or 2 games a week or just something. So if you want to do that, definitely go do it. The final result is there something else, Bowler?
Yeah, one last thing. I just want to say that, and this is a huge, huge shout out to GNR, because a lot of time in the CTL, when a team knows they're not going to make the playoff, they just kind of give up and they give over like kind of walkovers because nobody really cares. GNR, starting this week, where they beat Bears House, knew they weren't going to make it to the finals, and then they beat the #1 team in the league. So, like, that's who knows how many times that's going to happen again. If that never happens again, I won't be surprised. So, very, very good job to GNR. Good job to
Hey,
Cruel. Good job to Naru. Good job, guys.
Yeah, huge
Proud of you.
props. David and the Goliath.
But actually,
Yeah.
wait, am I thinking about last year? Oh no, never mind. Sorry, never mind. Continue.
You good? All right. The final result is Lit beating Outset 4-3. I think the result was expected, but the score was a little bit closer than I think Lit would have liked there. So props to Outset for bringing it that close.
but really, if you look, 2 Trident and Report D's, 2 Trident is a gold, and Report D's is a plat, and they just keep winning and winning matches. They're actually 2 very, very strong players for Outset. They won week 6. Let's see, did they? Report D's lost to GNR, but 2 Trident beat Uncommon. Like, these are 2 players that show up pretty much every week and they can perform. And so the fact that they got 3 points, I think it was good on Feedak for winning his match, but I definitely thought that Outset would at least get 2 points just because of these 2 players.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate for those players, and this isn't meant as a knock at the leadership of Outset. Because I love all the people on Outset, but like, I think it's unfortunate for those people who like will deliver and like perform every week, but then their team still loses for whatever the reason. So like props to those guys. Just keep on trucking, guys, and great job performing the way you have. Um, and so with that, we will move on to CTL Week 8 results. Uh, the we don't have that one, of course, because why would you submit your map results? That's silly. You should not do that.
That's true. I think we have some results.
Yeah, we have two. Uh, we have the result of CT6 versus Lit. where CT6 came out on top 4-3. Um, and yeah, is it. I think that's an upset, right?
Oh
I,
yeah, definitely, definitely.
yeah.
I think Lit was supposed to win. It's surprising because Lit lost week. Oh no, they lost week six first off, and then they lost week eight now. It's weird because you're seeing teams kind of falter. We'll get more into this later for obvious reasons, but we're seeing teams who are really, really strong in the early season kind of falter lately. And CT6 definitely needed this win because their playoff hopes are on the line. And so, you know, it seems like they were kind of playing for their life and they performed and they did very, very well. I'll be interested. Cruel, what do you think of a team like CT6?
As GNR, I'm biased, obviously, but because of the, never mind. But CT6 has definitely been a strong team that no one can really count out, and I think sometimes some people do, and that's why they come back a lot. And they just come out of nowhere, and you think sometimes I. This is what I think. Some people might think, oh, they're a little bit lower, but then they obviously come out and perform like this and beat a team like Lit, and it actually shows people, yeah, they are actually pretty good. You know?
And actually, just because for honesty, what do you think about Lit too?
Lit's definitely good. I think I went up against Retro, who is now Masters. When we played up against him, he was definitely a good player, and we went all the way to like tier 3 units and we're fighting back and forth. So I think if the rest of his team is anything like Retro, then they're definitely a very strong team that probably deserves to go to the finals this season.
Yeah, like Lit, if anyone doesn't know, has a public Discord, so like you can sit in there if you want to. Um, and so like just sitting in there, like you'll just almost always see their CTL players and really everything just playing the game and practicing with one another. And so and like one thing to keep in mind is that Lit is made up of a lot of ex Confed people. And Confed did win last season. Obviously, Confed themselves isn't in the CTL anymore, but a lot of those players did come over to Lit, and so like they're a really good team with like a lot of them have storied experience. Like you'll see Couchy or G Dog, Casey on Lit now, even TB Cam, God bless, and yeah, they're just really experienced and they're always practicing. So I'm really surprised that CT6 beat them this week, and that we've kind of seen Lit falter just in terms of how well they've been performing. Next up is I think like a huge upset just in terms of ranking alone. Born Gosu beating Bearsloth 6-1. That's crazy. Polar, you want to talk about that?
Oh,
Um, yeah, talk about teams kind of faltering in the later season. Oh no, Bearsauce. I don't know if Bearsauce just had like senioritis. Like, yeah, we got the playoffs, doesn't matter. But I don't know. He may have celebrated a little bit too early because we'll talk about it in week nine. But your kind of playoff is on the line, especially once you lose. It's not just the fact that they lost, but the fact that they lost 6-1. That's a -5 map score. Maybe even more considering what the ace match was. And so it's I don't think it might be surprising because Borangosu was rated worse, but again, Borangosu are a very, very strong team. Actually, we know the ace match. The ace match, Cabo Bets, I think that's how you say his name. He won 2-1, but which means that TG Cool Beans beat Vendetta, which I believe is who you beat. No, never mind. Um, but 6-1 is just it's kind of a hard pill to swallow. No matter kind of what team you are, that's a beat down. No matter how you look at it. So very good job for Born Gosu. They have an off week next week, which is well deserved. But yeah, I know. Cool. What are your thoughts?
uh, I'm definitely Team Bear Sloss is a very formidable opponent, and congrats to Born Gosu for beating them. But Bear Sloss always has they always have new people every week a lot because they have so many like good players that they can afford to go through all these different people, and so maybe they didn't have such a strong lineup this point, or maybe like you were saying, they just chilled for a while because they thought, okay, we're fine, we're in. But Born Gosu brought it back, and it's pretty good. They lost. They didn't get that full clean sweep, which sucks. But 6-1, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like it's
And
nothing to sneeze at.
I'm pretty sure with that win, I mean, I could totally be wrong on this, and I'm so sorry if I am, but I think they're locked into the playoffs now. With the off week, they end the season 5-2 with only 2 losses. I'm pretty sure they're the one team that's locked into the playoff spots.
I
So
believe you're right.
go Gosu.
Yeah, which perfectly segues us into the next week. So we will be going through lineups here, but first, an interesting thing to talk about is so CT6 is playing Team Unrivaled, and Bear Sloths is playing against Lit. And what that means is one of those four teams will not be in playoffs, and that's huge because all these teams are either historically very good or have been performing very well this season so far. So like it's crazy to think about. A really good season.
Those are going to be some good games,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it's funny though because everyone thought, week 9 that first Bears lost, the two undefeated teams are going to come out swinging, but they both lost 2 whole weeks before week 9. So it's just like, oh shoot. Because before, if you lose, it's not that big of a deal. You still get to go to playoffs. You'll still you'll be fine. But now it's like, oh shoot, if you lose, you might not make it to the playoffs. And same with CT6 and UR. CT6, I believe, performed very, very strongly early in the season. Yeah, I believe they only lost to Bear Sauce for the first 6 weeks. I'm not sure about that, but UR started from the bottom. Started from the bottom, and now we're here. So good job for us. But it's definitely something you have to be on your toes about for all 4 teams. It is kind of sad because the 4 teams that absolutely cannot make the playoffs no matter what kind of play each other. So it's kind of who's the best in Group B. But it's definitely an exciting week, and I definitely think it makes for an exciting end to the regular season.
Yeah, for sure. So the first, cool. Do you have anything to add to that at all?
Not very much. You guys pretty much highlighted all of that. I think I'm gonna be interested to see the 4 bottom teams actually duking it out. I think that's gonna be showing who has the most morale left and who really wants it.
Yeah, shows the tenacity of those teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Again, because we usually see those teams just kind of fizzle out right when they know they're not making playoffs, but haven't really seen that yet. So
all these teams fighting it out to the bitter end, which I love. I love to see that. And so for week 9 lineups, the first one we would be talking about is All Inspiration versus Outset, but we can't do that because Outset does not have the lineup in. Sorry, I'm getting messages from annoying people. The next one we'll talk about is CT6 versus Team Unrivaled. The first, and I think really the most interesting match will be the Ace match. Your thoughts, Polar? You know more about people.
So we're going to have Kiwi versus Doomshy. I know I messed this up one week, so I'm just trying to... Yeah, okay, so it's definitely Kiwi versus Doomshy, which... Doomshy has been a consistent CT6 ace, and Kiwi kind of had made his breakout season this season. He became the ace, he beat Retro, who's also a Protoss, so keep that in mind. And then he just beat VDAC 2-1. I mean, Kiwi is very, very strong. Doomshy has the experience to carry him on his back. This is going to be a great match. I'm going to play a lot with Kiwi this week because I'm terrified for him. Oh my gosh. But the thing about Kiwi is that he's not a guy to like be like, oh no, I got to verse this person. He's just like, I'll play my match and, whatever happens, happens. And I win. So I'm very, very excited for it.
Yeah, should be really awesome. I think one of the other interesting things is Justice, who is playing in the gold set for Team Unrivaled, is playing up a league, and also this is his first week playing in the CTL. So lots of pressure on him to perform.
And he's playing against Vosh, who Vosh has been in the season I believe he's been in the league for a couple of seasons now, and he's been a consistent fielder in the lineup. So the newbie versus the veteran.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Other interesting matches. I don't really think too much. The full lineups will, of course, be out in a little bit after this podcast concludes. Sorry to everyone we didn't mention. You're just not as important or interesting. Anyway.
Yeah,
Wait, no, we
Colttarren,
had
it's
the
not
Bear
very
Sauce
interesting.
instead.
Well, no, I'm saying of that particular lineup. I'm going to the next one.
Wait, don't we have? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I thought we were just going on to the next topic.
No. I'm going on to the next lineup now.
Oh, thank God.
Which is Bear Sloss versus Lost in Translation. Thank you.
Woot, woot.
Perfect segue. Bowler, take it away.
So, oh man, there's so many. I guess we should start off with Couchy is making his debut. The old admin is coming out, going against. Let's see, Couchy set 4. Set 4 is going to be Opossum. Opossum is dead. I don't know how you say that name. I'm just going to call him Possum is dead. On Just Towers, that's going to be very, very fun to watch. I wonder if Couchy was always known as the mech player. He said he was a metalcore that could play PBT, I think, or TBP. So it's going to be fun watching Couchy. But then even after that, you have G-Dog Casey in there, and going against Happiness and Vanderhall, respectively. The ace match is going to be a ZVZ from Sauce Boss versus Sauce, also another former admin. I mean, there's actually a ton of good matches in this. You have Flowski in there too. I like seeing Flowski play.
Yeah.
And I would still consider these two teams to be, they're still the two best teams in the league, in my opinion. Besides UR, of course. So no matter what, it's going to be fun to see.
Yeah. And this match is very important for both teams because the loser of it has a very high chance being eliminated from playoffs, and that would suck for both these teams because they've had such a good season. What are your thoughts, Cool?
Well, in my humble opinion, I think Bear Sloss might have a little bit of an edge over Lost in Translation. That's not anything against LIT, obviously. I think they're a really good team. But people like Sauce and Eat My Addiction, those two diamonds are definitely really good guys. I've played against Sauce before in the CSL, like both season I've played in the CSL, and he's a very good player. And Solus CVZ, I think that'll be a close match. TVT in the other diamond match, that'll on Ruins of Ceres, that's going to be an ugly one.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of tanks on that one. The rest of them, I'm not really sure exactly because I don't know very many people on there, but hopefully it's a good one.
Yeah.
I think it'll be close.
Yeah, I think it will definitely be close. I'm expecting like a 4-3 either way. Another interesting thing to note is that Good News, who was playing the plat set against Flowski for Lost in Translation, this is also his debut in the CTL. So just lots of pressure for these new guys to perform in this final week and then possibly playoffs. Anything to add on Bear Slots versus Lit, Polar?
Should we do predictions?
Sure, let's do prediction.
I'm gonna say actually let's have Cool go first. You have to do lit versus Bear Sauce and Team Noir versus CT6.
Oh God. Okay. Am I doing just team predictions, like
Yeah.
scores?
Just
Okay.
4-3 if I have to. Maybe
I'm gonna
7-0
say
if you're risky.
I'm gonna say Bears loss wins 4-3, or yeah, 4-3, I guess. And this next one,
Let's remember who you're around.
Yeah.
I know that's
I'm not in
why.
the lineup though. I'm not in the lineup, so it's
Oh,
fine.
okay, Polar's not in the lineup, so I don't know. Oh, then they're definitely gonna win.
Preach.
Okay, I think you are gonna take it 5-2.
Wow.
So I
Strong
could be in the
words.
lineup and we'd still win. Awesome.
Okay, well yeah, if Polar was in the lineup, I guess he needs to.
Now, if Polo was in the lineup, it would definitely be a 7-0 for that for
Oh,
CT6.
of course.
Polar counts as at least 4 games, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm okay. So when I joined the league in season 6, I was told that and I don't know if CT6 people feel the same way, but you are felt this way. That CT6 were our biggest rivals. We take CT6 down. I've never gone against them. False. I've gone against them twice, and it was against the same guy, and we're 1-1. So I want to play CT6 one more time for the ultimate best of three. But
I,
Yeah.
I think a lot
boy,
of people think that
Cobalt booted me.
CT6 is a rival.
Yeah, I know Padula still firmly holds onto the saying that CT6 is the biggest rival of UR.
Hopefully they feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against CT6 other than that they're the weaker team and will lose. I mean, I'm sure they're all really cool people. I like the ones I've interacted with so far.
Yeah, they're all really nice. It's just because we were the best team, and then they started doing that Euro CT6 thing, and we were like, So I don't know. But
Yeah,
okay. On to I need to hear Colt. What are your predictions for Lip versus Bear Sauce? Because I know you're gonna say UR wins, and so am I.
for Lit versus Bear Sloths, honestly, I think I think Bear Sloths is going to take it 4-3.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my stance on it. What about you? Did you
I'm
already do
saying
it?
5-2 Lit.
Ooh, going the other way.
Easy 5-2 Lit. I think Bear Sloth just has a serious case of senioritis because you also look like Bear Sloth lost against GNR. No offense, cool. So that was a pretty big upset. And Bear Sloth also lost against Born Gosu, which is fair, but lost by 6-1. And Lit lost against UR, who are just gods, who are awesome. And then they lost against CT6 4-3. So I don't think it was. I still think Lit is in the game. I still think they're trying pretty hard. Bear Sauce, not so sure. So I'm gonna say Lit takes it.
All right. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah. Well, Bear Sauce is probably gonna win now. So who
Yeah,
knows?
you gave him the curse.
Mm. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Polar, you can take it away into our final matchup while I deal with something real quick.
All right. Next up, we have the CSL finals, and this is where I feel I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Cool. Uh, what happened in your? You lost 3-0 to Monk. How'd those
Yeah.
series go?
Ooh, not so good. The first 2 matches were just steamrolls. I think the first match was on Dust Towers, and I was practicing a lot of Ling Bane micro or Ling Bane Muta, and he just went mines, so I switched to roaches, and he destroyed me while I was in the middle of a tech switch, and so that wasn't very good. The second map, I don't really remember exactly, but the
It was Yo
third map,
Rena.
huh?
It was Yo Rena.
No, Oreno was the third map.
Oh, it
Because
was. Ooh,
I only remember
whoops.
that because my computer blue screened in the middle of it, in the middle of the game, and just because it was overheating, it was like at 80 degrees Celsius or something. It was really bad.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
It's like 140 in Fahrenheit, I think. It's okay. It was really bad, and it like melted on my CPU paste, and I had to like fix it all. But like I was in the middle of a 14-14 because I had no other way of, because I hadn't done it yet, so I had to like pull out something. But I think I was heading across the map and my computer died, and then it got back on, and after that it went bad from there. I think I Bane busted him at least like 4 times with multiple sets of Banelings until he finally got out a siege tank, and that was just GG from there.
Yeah, sea shanks are pretty good for Spanlings. But I definitely think, and this is Polar talking, but I think other people thought this too. The semifinals are very, very good. Did you expect to make it to the semifinals?
Honestly, I hadn't looked very many people up. So I went in the CSL being like all nervous and like, okay, well, let's just see what happens this season.
But
And it
that
turned
must
out I
be a
did pretty
great
good.
feeling then. Like
Yeah,
coming in third and fourth, like
I was
pretty
fine with
good. You got out with $5. What are you gonna spend those $5 on?
it. I didn't take the money. I'm not gonna take any money from CTL.
Oh my god, dude! You could have like gotten a mad discount on the CTL shop. How much are the mugs?
No.
The mugs are $15, dude. You $10 for a mug?
I don't even drink coffee.
Oh my god, you don't need. Oh, so sad, so sad.
Yeah,
I drink water. It's pretty great.
water's the best drink. Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
cheers.
right, guys.
Yeah, but it
Um,
was pretty fun.
but then we have the other match. The other match was pretty interesting. It happened last night, 4-2, and it was against Pisos versus Chimera. And me and Beowulf casted it. Pisosa took the first two games. The first two games, Pisosa got very, very ahead and then won. And so when we enter the third game, me and Beowulf are kind of like, Pisosa is probably going to take this. And then all of a sudden, Chimera brings it back 2-2. And then with a very close game five, Pisosa managed to take it 3-2. So good job for Pisosa. And now we have Pisosa versus Monk, which I think were probably the two favorites in the tournament, besides Cruel. But probably the two favorites in the tournament now beating out with each other, so it makes for a very, very interesting finals. Cruel, what's your thoughts on Pisosa as a Zerg?
Pisos is definitely very good. I haven't played him, but I definitely watched him in the Masters weeklies, and he was taking down maps off of all those guys, and it was really good. So I think if he doesn't win, he'll take off at least 2 maps from Monk, because he's yeah, he definitely has the capability for that.
Which is a big deal because Monk has yet to drop a map yet.
Exactly.
Were you surprised at Pisosa versus Chimera? Did you expect Chimera to win that, or were you like, oh, Pisosa's gonna be fine?
Actually, I did, because I expected Pisosa because I hadn't actually heard of Chimera before. So I was thinking, yeah, Pisos is gonna take it. I've never heard of Chimera. He's a diamonds, and Pisos is obviously masters. So I was thinking ZVZ would be up to par.
Chimera's actually a Masters.
Is he now? Okay.
Yeah,
Was it him that we kept saying was Plat, or was that Cruel?
that was
No, it's
Cruel.
Valkyrie.
All right. So this is also
Oh, it's
just
Valkyrie.
glad we can clear the air. I thought you were a new diamond when you were like at your peak. Turns out you were Masters. Naru, it was during the week we had Naru on. He told me after the podcast that you had made Masters, and I was like, oh, probably should have guessed him to be a little bit higher because I just thought you were some new diamond. So yeah, so I had incomplete information, so that's my fault. My bad.
It's no problem.
Who do you guys think you're gonna win? Cole, who's gonna win? Monk or Sosa?
Monk.
No, you are biased.
No, you are biased. I would be very surprised if Pisosa beat Monk. Nothing against Pisosa. Like, Pisosa is like God and way better than I probably ever will be. But like, Monk, like not dropping a single map through an entire league like this, it's just like it's ridiculous. And I don't think anyone else will have that level of dominance in the CSL again for a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna say like Monk 4-1, 4-0. Like that's just how it's gonna be. I think. What about you?
Me, I think probably a 4-0. I mean, Monk, he started off the tournament 2-0'd me real quick. That wasn't even close. Then 2-0'd Chimera. So you're like, oh. And the next map, he 2-0's Tech 4, pretty good start. But, Tech 4 is not Masters, whatever. Then 2-0's P Sosa. So it's like, oh, dang. He got a pretty easy quarterfinals by just 3-0ing Falcon.
Mhm.
And then he 3-0 Cool, very good player. Wink, wink, Cool. And now I think he's just gonna 4-0 P Sosa. I just think he's an unstoppable machine, and that no one can stop him. But if anybody in this entire tournament is to take a game off Monk, it's going to be P Sosa. But then again, I'm saying anybody to take a game off him and not beat him. So yeah, I'm gonna say Monk. Probably 4-0. And maybe 4-1, but probably 4-0. No offense, P Sosa. I love you to death. But what do you think, Cool?
I gotta agree with Monk, but I think the map score is gonna be a little bit closer. I think at the best for Pisos, he'll definitely take off at least 2 maps going for 2. But besides that, yeah, I do think Monk is gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's very, very hard to bet against Monk with the performance he's been having.
Yeah. This is best of 7, though, and I always preach about P Sosa's build order variety, I want to say. So, and Monk's probably just going to go like supply depot, Rex, gas, CC, the standard turn. So if Bezos can learn how to adapt, maybe throw a couple cheese in there, yeah, who knows? But it'll be tough. It's definitely an uphill battle.
Yeah, and so I believe the next topic we will be discussing is the No Name Weekly final, which here's the link for that, all you people in chat. So what this is the culmination of the No Name Masters Weekly in the finals here. This is all the top performers from the various weeklies, and now the Duke it out to see who is supreme victor. In the first set in the quarterfinals, we have Monk versus Exiled. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Cool, you first.
I'm thinking it's gonna be very similar to Pisos's because it's a best of 3. So yeah, I think if Monk wins, he'll definitely take it. Well, I think he's gonna take it 2-0. Yeah.
Fair, yeah. 2-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Sorry, Exiled. Uh, the next one is Ninkazi versus Picker. Battle of the I will never lose to someone like you again.
Oh,
Polar, what are your thoughts?
Kazi, man. I love both of you, but I think you're gonna lose to Picker again, and he's gonna be a 2-0 Picker. I think Picker is gonna get some overlords. He's gonna get some lings. He's gonna put them in your mineral line. He's gonna make you so mad, and that's just what's gonna happen. I'm sorry,
I
but
want
and Picker has been working on his macro grit game recently, so
yeah,
now his macro is even a little bit scary. It's like, dang it, like
yeah,
I'm not supposed to be good at this. Like after 10 minutes, I'm supposed to win, but he's been practicing, so.
yeah, and like Picker also recently got put on like the lit like competitive team. My dog getting into something. Cruel, take it away.
I think there's gonna be full bias here, but I think Ninkazi's gonna win. Um, I think it'll definitely be like close, maybe 2-1. Picker wins with I don't know some type of Ravager Ling Rush or something, but I think Ninkazi will definitely. Um, Obviously, I'm not as good as Picker, but Ninkazi always kills me in the practice matches, and whenever I take off a couple maps, I'm like, yes, I got him, and I think Ninkazi can take it.
Nakazi is no joke. Like, dude's a ladder hero.
Yeah, he
So
ladders more than I do, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I think Picker is going. I think Picker's going to win it. I would expect a 2-1, but like especially with Picker getting new practice partners from Lit, like being on their competitive team that competes in Dust League. Picker's just strong, and he's been working on his macro, so should be cool. The third quarterfinal is Maujahid versus Pisosa. Cruel, why don't you start us off on this one?
From all the Masters Weeklies that I've seen, Majahid is definitely very good, taking sets from Ninkazi and Picker and Pisos and all of them. And I think he beat Listel at least once. But I think Pisos is gonna win. He definitely has some good ZVT builds that I've seen, so I think he'll win maybe 2-1.
Yeah,
I agree. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Wait. For the record, you said Pisos wins 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, totally agree.
I'm gonna say Maujahid wins 2-1.
Get out.
Yeah, sorry. But
no,
yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that's fine.
No, it's definitely.
He won. He's already won No Name Masters Weekly, right?
Yep.
Like, I don't think that's a weird thing to say at all.
Yeah.
Whatever TBZ you feel like.
Yeah, I think like that match could definitely go either way, but I'm gonna say Maujahid for now. Would love to be proved wrong though. I love Pisosa. And so the final quarterfinal will be Listel versus Blazejoie. I'll start us off on this one. I'm gonna say Listel 2-1. Listel has just been dominant in the games that he's in the weeklies that he's played. Went undefeated in his debut one. Did lose the picture in this last one, but overall, just a very good player.
Who will you go next?
How many Masters Weeklies have Listel won?
I believe
one, right? I think he just won one, but he's made it to like the finals.
The finals on a lot of them, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And so he constantly getting to either the finals or winning them every time he plays. So I'm definitely thinking that's gonna be. I don't know about 2-0, but maybe 2-1 against Blaze.
Oh, he won 2. Listel actually won 2.
He did? Okay, that's what I thought. So I think he's definitely gonna win. Whether it's gonna be close, a 2-1, or if it's gonna be a 2-0, I'm not really sure.
I think Listel takes it too. I want to believe in FaZe because he's Team UR, but as Colt told me right before the podcast, is that he just doesn't have internet. It's like in between internet providers. So I'm sorry, Blaze, but hopefully you can get some real good practice in. But I'm gonna say Listel. I'm gonna say Listel 2-0.
Yeah. And
who do you guys think is gonna win it? Is this gonna be a Monk win?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think if anything, Picker might take him out in the semifinals this year. It is possible.
That would be hilarious.
I think the top half of the bracket is gonna win, even though Pisos is in the bottom half of the bracket and Mojahid is too. I think the top half of the bracket has it. I think Monk, Ninkazi, and Picker are probably the 3 strongest players in here. So, yeah, I think whoever wins in the top bracket semifinals will probably win the tournament.
Yeah, I agree. And ever displaying our ability to run through topics as fast as we can, our final topic is that the CTL will be moving to a new format where we will be having teams field a 5-man roster to compete in League of Legends. Lineups were due for that 2 days ago now. So hopefully your captains have known about this for a while and are preparing. And yeah, Polo, anything to add on that?
So, to be completely honest, that was all TB Ham's idea. And I thought that was probably one of the greatest April Fool's joke of April Fool's. Besides the Netflix John Stamos thing, I thought that was so hilarious. He came up with quotes for, like, all these important members, and they were just so spot on. Like, I think Padula's quote, a lot of you weren't on Team Yar, so you won't know this, but every time Padula made a forum post, they would always have like different size fonts and all these different colors. And it was like, I don't know, you just knew you could spot a Padula post from a mile away. So it was so funny that he's like, he made it all different colors. He made unrivaled. He always said that we were, if you ever watched Star Wars, which you probably should have, because if you don't, I don't even know what to say to you. But he always called us the Imperial Army. And so, I don't know, I thought DBHam really, really nailed this quote. I thought it was one of the funniest things on April Fool's. So good job, TV.
Yeah, I love that. I also love the people who thought that the quotes were legit, and so they would like request like if you want a quote from me, and then they would give themselves a quote. It's like that's not how this works. You underestimate our planning. And yeah, Born Ghost will also change their name to like Born Trombone or something like that. TV became the co-owner, which was great.
I have to say, I hate April Fool's jokes. I absolutely hate them. But this was one I truly, legitimately enjoyed. I genuinely enjoyed this. He even like changed the background for the league symbols, and then I forget what champion he had in the background, but it was so funny.
Oh, I remember it was like 12 o'clock for me, and I F5, and I was like, wait, what is going on? I was so confused for a second. I was like, oh, wait, that makes sense.
He even like did like, if you like, like latest threads and newest members, he changes to like LOL talk and new champions.
Yeah, it was so detailed. And I was like,
oh yeah, LOL streamers. Oh, it was excellent. It was 10 out of 10.
It was well done. I liked it.
Yeah. It was so funny. I love the comments still. Honestly.
We even just got someone on in the UR Discord. We totally just got them with the April Fool's joke a second time. That's great. Love you, Tiny Snowman. And so now, for the final 8 minutes, we'll take any questions that you guys want us to talk about from the chat. Just anything you want us to discuss. Why Lit is awesome is the typical one. Why UR will make playoffs, that's another good one. It's anything.
Oh, what team? For now, we should talk about what team do we think is not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I think it might be Lit. I'm nervous for Lit because their map score isn't that good. It's definitely going to come down to a tie. The two teams that lose that week is going to come down to a tie, and Lit has, I believe, the weakest map score. I was just looking at it. What happened to it? Yeah, they have +6 as a map score, which the next is CT6 with 7. So Lit, step up your game. You get to beat Bearsloss.
Yeah. And I am John SC2 asked if he will win his match this week. He is playing against Eat My Diction. No, you will not win your match this week.
I think he will. I think he will. Good luck, John. Yeah. Get better, John.
Dang.
Song.
I think you will, John.
There we go. 2-1. What is cool?
Right, I'm outvoted.
Although I predicted you, so you probably lose.
Hey, you predicted against me, and I won, so I think you're going to be wrong.
I predicted against you about, 5 out of 6 times I was wrong, so...
Yeah.
Yes. John, you got this.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you for watching, everyone. As always, you can come join one of our amazing teams at choboteamleague.com and go to register. Or if you have a team you want to bring into the league, go to team registration and get that all worked out. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. That was bad, Polly. What you just said in chat? That was bad.
I thought it was funny.
Are we good, TB? No!